Hello and welcome to Grace and Lottie's. I am set up again back in my studio, which is wonderful to be home after our trip back to Kentucky and getting to see family. But I'm back here ready to live stream. I didn't publicize today's, but it will be available for replay. I'm a little crooked. Sorry, guys. I'm going to fix this. There we go. You guys can see a little better that way. I didn't publicize this one because I sprained my ankle yesterday, and so I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to sit and be comfortable and being mindful of that. So I didn't want to like publicize and then not be able to do it today. So I thought we'll keep today simple, keep it kind of short, and just kind of talk about what book we're doing. As you see, I have Twilight Garden sitting in front of me. Decided to stay in that. That was the consensus for which one to work in next. And so I'm thinking to kind of mix it up and do something different, because I will show you the last one we worked on is right here. You see our beautiful owl. We finished that one up. And I thought maybe this time, rather than working on one of the white background pages, we would work on a black background. Now, this is not the one we are doing. This is one I pulled up to use as a test to kind of try out some different colors and different ideas for some things. I had kind of a crazy dream where these colors were in it, so I thought, oh, this would be fun to work with the black and get doing some stuff in this. That was a really weird sentence. Sorry about that, guys. But so this is the one I am, rather than also going with the just the progressives that we've been using, the woodless, I decided to pull out the stops. Hi, Lucian, how are you today? Just seeing you pop up here. Rather than working with just the progressives, I thought let's pull out all the colors. So I am working not with my Prismas, but rather with my full set of Polycolor. And I do have a couple of the Polychromas just to fill in some gaps here. So I'll be going through what colors I'm using that are outside of the standard 72 count of Progresso, or not Progresso, of the Polycolors. Now, Polycolors are also another good bet, and you can see I've got the Amazon affiliate link. Yes, I do get a little bit if you click on that. It helps support the channel so that I can keep doing this. But I like them because they're another kind of budget friendly artist grade, because like for the set of 50 or for the set of 72, it's only $55 on Amazon. That's a great price. So I've got that link down there. If you want to click that, you can and check them out. They are an oil-based pencil versus wax-based. But I do find, and this is another one of my must-haves in your set, no matter what set you use, is to have a Prismacolor white, just because of the blending and the way the white will work on things, that it plays nicely with the wax base and the Prismacolor as well. So are you guys ready to see which picture I chose? We will flip over here for the black, and I found these sweet. I worked today after 2 weeks vacation. I understand. That's what I feel like right now, coming back after all of this. So here is the picture. I love the birds. I love these flowers. And if you look, I'm going to flip back and forth a little bit here just to kind of show you where we are going. Get the right page. Where'd you go? Here you are. If you look at these, and I'll zoom this in here so you guys can see a little bit better. These little, I would think they're probably snowdrops, which is weird to kind of have in the summer, but because they like come out really early in the year, like January here, or in back where I lived in Kentucky. But I thought to make those glow would be a lot of fun right here. So doing a little thing, and here are the colors I used for those that we'll be getting into. Some magenta, the Faber-Castell, the pink from the Polycolors, which is number 10, the regular yellow, number 3, and then this color right here, ivory, in the Faber-Castell Polychromas line is really great too, because it is not, it's really close to white without getting into a yellow, which a lot of the beiges or the ivories tend to get into, or creams and stuff. And so this ivory right here works great for that, for blending when you don't want a stark white blend. Just a little thing I've picked up and learned. So that's one of those that also, with your Prismacolor white, these two pencils right here will become really good friends for you. just FYI in your set. So gonna do that with all of these right here. Thank you, that looks great. That's just my test page. I'm having a lot of fun with it just to kind of test my color groups. Right here, I thought those with that glowing, because we've also got some down here and then another set up here, that would be a really fun. So lots to do on this page. So, but again, I am standing right now and it hurts, so I'm gonna sit down. Sorry if my goes a little weird, but it hurts. So with this one, that's what I'm seeing with it. Going there with the glowing flowers. I'm enjoying working in the turquoise area, cobalt turquoises, cobalt greens, that kind of blue-greeny. I'm thinking probably on these leaves right here with that. And then birds will be blue. A little lighter bit of a blue, going more into a sky blue kind of a color there. And I've got all these flowers, which who knows where they're gonna go. That's gonna be part of the fun of this journey on this piece, is that we just get to see where it goes, and as we fill in, seeing what colors should come next. So that's all I have mentally planned on this. So trying to see what time it is. We're only 10:06. So let me go through really quickly. Let's just go ahead and get started. We'll jump in a little bit. We'll do some today. Not a whole lot, just to kind of get our fingers rolling on this. Let me zoom in, because I'm going to be working on this page for the camera. We'll go ahead and get started on this. Now for this one, because I'm going to be doing these magenta flowers, I'm going to be pulling out my burgundy. Oh, it's actually Bordeaux red, right here from Polycolor. That's going to be the most of the stem on here. I may pull out a little bit to do it lighter. And this. I'm looking at this. I'm going to zoom in here more. Give you guys even better view. We'll scoot the book up. There we go. That'll give you guys a great view. We can get a little bit of color put down on this. Using regular blenders, just because I don't really think Gamsol in the black background, is that 5 times fast, will be the best of friends. So decided to go straight blenders. I'm also not white blending a whole lot, because I tend to be a little messy when I white blend, and I don't want to get on the black background as much too. So I've got a super sharp tip. This. You can see I could lay in quite a bit of color right there, just because I'm in the sharp tip. Darken that up a little bit. I'm playing with the other one. I really found that I've got this lighter blue right here. It's number 57. Show you that one right here, that it blends well with these. It's mountain blue, just to kind of give it that twilighty kind of look. That's what I'm going for with these. That's part of the reason for this color set. I ended up over looking at pictures from Disney's Fantasia and some other areas like that, just trying to get some inspiration, because it just came to me last Friday. It's like really last minute, and so I was watching some video clips and thinking through color choice, and also online, you know, just typing in color groupings and getting ideas. There's so many things online. You can just look up and find. Super easy. And these little flowers are going to be super bright, especially this little bit down here. I'm gonna set it up with that kind of glow effect that I had on the other page. Something else I learned working on the other one is that most of the time I find that if I've got a color in my head, to go a little lighter than the color I have in my head, just because the black around it tends to make it look a little darker than what I'm thinking. And it's just something I've found with myself and working with a black background. That may not be true for you. You may have a great eye for that and don't need to do that little mental trick, but something to play with a little bit there. Felicia, you said you just got back from vacation. Hope you had a wonderful vacation and enjoyed some time off. Saw that your cards over on Instagram are looking super cute. I, believe it or not, made it pretty much the entire time we were gone. Because it was so much just whirlwind of visiting family, I had things to create, but had no time to create while I was gone. So it wasn't until I got back here. Took Wednesday to recoup a little bit after all the times we got in. Crazy early Wednesday morning. It was 1 a.m. when we were leaving the airport, so 2 a.m. by the time we got in bed and stuff. So we were a little beat that day when we had to go get groceries and all those fun adulting tasks with that, and ended up not doing anything that I'm trying to make cards and coloring. I'm glad you had time. I enjoyed your post and getting to see them. I used to have stamps when we moved. That was one thing I had to kind of pare down in our big move, was I got rid of I got rid of all the stamps I had. I had a hedgehog set that I really liked. Got our last name Hedgepeth. Hedgehogs make sense. So right now to get you wondering what I'm doing, I'm just kind of laying in a little more in areas where I want to make the color a little more bold and make it look like a round stick. That's just a skinny little area. That big up here, you'll do that much there too. There's that. So now I'm going to grab that, as I said before, that Mountain Blue number 57 in this set. Sharpen it up. I'm finding some of these pictures are just such teeny little areas that if I don't have my pencils super sharp, it's hard to get into them. There you go. See that highlight effect kind of start to take it. And I'm not pushing very hard with this at all. It's just kind of a light. Just so that those areas where you see that little bit of white, instead now have a slightly blue tint to them. What I am doing here. It's very hard to work. Wet towel around your neck. Oh, wow. Working at home here, we're in a heat wave right here, and I don't know if some of you guys have seen some of the fires that are up in Northern California right now. They're just nuts. Just huge. But we're supposed to get up to 90 today, and so we have 2 window units. We don't know how well the second one works. We had to pull it out of an attic. This is just here in the house we're renting. And so hopefully we'll be able to stay decently cool, but It's gonna be an adventure today, hitting 90. Hey Katrina, welcome. Seeing your post there. So looking at this, I like it. I'm trying to figure out the best way to blend it. I think I'm gonna go with just straight up blender. Doing well. How are you today, Katrina? Hopefully you are not in an area that is super hot. Oh, my picture, the other one, we were talking about it being hot. I was drinking a glass of water and it ended up dripping condensation on the black, and not thinking, I went and wiped it to get the little drops off, and when I wiped it, some of the black came up. So I've covered over it with a black pencil, so hopefully if I finish it and decide to post it, it's not going to show up in the photos too much. But it was like, I was like, oh, well, at least this one was for practice and not for posting so much. There's that moment of I was trying so hard to be careful and not drip on it. With it being so hot, it was like, that cold drink was really yummy. I don't normally put ice in my drinks, but I was that day. And the ice shows up in the picture. So now that picture tells a story. I guess I can look at it that way. Reminding me of when I had that. So yeah, I like the way that's looking right there. And it's always fun. The first bit of color that you do on something and it starts to come out, it's like the picture like suddenly shifts. So you get to have that fun of the first color on. I didn't use that Bordeaux red on the other one because there really wasn't a spot for it, but I like that for the thing here. And I took that idea because if you look on the cover, these are really dark and deep Bordeaux kind of color right here, the burgundies with it. And I don't want my picture to be this dark. I want it to kind of be super bright and vivid because that's what I like with color. And so hopefully that will stay as I'm working on all of these, even though it is kind of a psychedelic trip with these. Let me see if I can get my picture. I'm going to go over to the other page. I'm moving, and I've got to see my delay is a little much. Run down. Oh, head up the top part. Wow, that delay is going really long right now. Now I set it so that I could, you guys would get a better picture. So the delay is a little bit more. It should take a little longer to buffer, but the picture will be clearer. I'm playing around and trying better settings for these live streams so that it ends up super clear, because it does help to be able to see what's going. Hi, Tyrelly! Back over here. I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the other stem. Make these kind of dark. This one's a nice big stem, so I'll be able to do a little bit more with the shading on it. It should be nice. A little more dimension on it. Now, when I was looking through the black ones in this book, there are several to choose from. This one's the most interesting. Around here, without being too small details, there's one that towards the back that has a ton of little details. And I was like, that one looks like it would be a ton of fun. I didn't think it would film well, so I was like, we won't do that one for the live stream. Maybe I'll do that one for a long form video. I haven't done one of those in a while where I take several videos to go through one. I edited it and edited it. And I get to put little titles on, so what color I'm using. So I was try an idea by you guys. One of the things I'm thinking about doing is Johanna Basford's planner is getting ready to come out. I was thinking about ordering that and doing a weekly video, working my way through that 18-month planner. And so I'd love to know if that would be something you are interested in. And even if you're watching the replay, you can leave that in the comments just to kind of let me know, yes, that sounds great, or that's a lot of work, because it would be a long commitment, and I'm up for challenge and long commitment, but just want to know if it's even something you'd be interested in, or would it be a lot of time just to, because those wouldn't be live streams, those would be set up as recorded videos that were edited together, music, all of that. So would love your input on that. And the first color on a page to me is always fun. I'm enjoying seeing this color come on. What's your favorite part if you're doing a page? What do you enjoy? The beginning, middle, end? Curious. I know everybody works differently. And some people love the finishing details, and that's fun too. There's something about that very first part. And finally put the color onto the paper to me that's, I guess it's probably one of my coloring books as a kid had a bunch of unfinished pictures. I had a ton of Barbie coloring books growing up, and what was funny is like Barbie would be the only one colored. I wouldn't have colored any of the other people in the picture, none of the background, just Barbie. So when I was flipping through them as an adult, because I still had them, we were in our house back in Kentucky, and I would just roll looking at the pictures I had colored in them. I even have a video up of me coloring one of the pages in it now. It's my Barbie and the Rockers coloring book. I got a pretty good picture done, considering, I mean, that is like dirt sheet paper. It's, I use the pencils I'm using right now in it too. Just did a ton of layers and got it all situated, and it turned out really well considering. Like the beginning and the end, the finishing touch. I do find sometimes in the middle of the tedium, like, you reach that point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to be moving on. I'd love to know if there's anybody who loves the middle. You know, not the beginning or the end. It would be interesting to hear that viewpoint. I'm just going again on the edges here. Myself recording a little funny to do this. Hopefully my head's not getting in the shot. I think I'm far enough back, but I'm not. I'd love to know, are there any good shows that you're watching on Instagram right now? Sometimes the beginning is difficult. Oh yeah, choosing colors. That can be tough. was fortunate that this was one of those where inspiration hit and I didn't stare at it for an hour. What am I gonna do? If you have that like little bit of idea, like I think I want to try this. If you've watched a video of somebody using it, you're like, oh, that's a neat technique. I'd love to try that. Kind of have a jumping off point. Just going through right now and deepening some areas. This one's missing a leaf. I'm just noticing that. Right here, see? Right there. Huh. Like it's supposed to be there too, because the... Oh, maybe a bug got it. Make up a backstory for that poor little flower and why the petal is missing. What I was going to ask is, anybody's, near the volume is low. That's odd. I mean, I'm right here at the microphone, so we've been having that problem with the live stream. Oh, YouTube. There are so many pictures on Instagram to get ideas from. I also, Pantone had an app out a while ago that I don't think they have available now, and there's probably another one that can do it. But what you could do is you could take a picture of something and it would give you the basic colors that were in that picture. So like if you were anywhere and really liked like the way a room was set up or the sunset or something like that, you could take a picture and then it would pick the 5 basic colors that were in it, and it was great for that. So I could come in and say, oh, I really like this, and then it would give me that color scheme pretty fast. And I mean, it would give you the Pantone values, which are useful, but I don't have like a Pantone set, so I couldn't like come home and match them up and set them out. I have not paid that money to as an investment. Someday probably I will have to, but right now I don't have to have it. Taking care of something off camera for a minute. There we go. And the blue now. And this is that mountain blue. Number 57, I think. Yep, I remembered correctly. I just found this color really does a ton for making it. I like that dusky twilight, and I like dusky twilight. There we go, almost done with this, and then we will blend. I will blend. I don't know if you're coloring along with me at home. I hope you are. Where is my blender? I'm working in the ever so efficient method of having all of my pencils in a pile next to what I'm working on, so finding them sometimes is a little difficult. My pretty holder it still has my Prismacolors in it from the succulent that I'm working on, and I don't want to have to try to refine those, and it is like super full right now. I've gotten into a new color area on that. You guys can't be watching. I got contacted by Prismacolor, and so they're going to be using a picture of that one. And so their upcoming stuff, probably an Instagram post or something. But, oh, sorry, I bumped the camera. Hopefully that doesn't make you seasick. So you guys should be watching for that. I'm excited. I don't know when or if for sure they're going to use it. They just asked for permission to. It was a pretty nice win for me because the picture that they asked about um, isn't even a finished picture of it. So I'll still get to unveil the finish once I get it done. Still working on it. So excited about that shout out. Hopefully that I'll be getting from them. There we go. There is that one. Let me try. I go back and forth on getting book. Oh, is your shipping expensive? My shipping was so like because I used Amazon where I am, and my shipping was free. I think I paid $10 for the book. It really was not expensive, and I got it well over a year. This one, Twilight Garden, well over a year ago. So it was easy to get. You know, so here I don't know about other countries what that's like to try to get a hold of. I'm trying to move. I may have to move my computer. Hold on just a second so I can get to that last one and be on camera. I've liked Twilight Gardens when I'm in. I think it may be Botanicum in other languages, not 100% for sure. I've enjoyed this book quite a bit. It's a little different than the other ones I have. Just obviously different artists, different style, which is cool. I have, like, the whole doing little animals is still new to me, so it's a little, it makes me try something new and hopefully expand my ability a little bit. Okay, so we're in the fold, and the only way I found to work on the fold is to get my pencil, like, crazy sharp, and I can get in the fold. So that's my pro tip. Not an exciting pro tip. Yeah, I just separate as much as I can. I'm gonna make a really sharp pencil. There we go. You know what? I just realized I had this on the wrong side. I'm gonna swap that real quick. My under hinge. Blend in there, real nice and soft. I really like this color. This is when I'm working in these pencils, I use this color a lot. I'm working on a page in my book, Lost Ocean. Just trying to remember the name. And this is one of the. I bought a lot of my Koh-i-noors in open stock because I was trying to figure out which brand I wanted to get. This is one of the first colors I got, and I find that it blends really well with a lot of different colors, sometimes in unexpected ways. I use it a lot with, I'm coloring on a camera? Oh, sorry. I'm just looking over. Thought I had that whole little section on. There we go. Hopefully that's got it a little bit better for you to see it. There we go. In the middle, really light. I'm getting ready for a big day tomorrow. My boys go back to school. My daughter's school doesn't start till the end of the month. The boys are going into a program that allows them to take college courses, like at the actual college. There's starting this year, even though they're still just in high school, and so they have to follow a little bit more of the college schedule than the standard school schedule. My daughter's just in middle school, so she's getting ready to start there. Middle school here is 7th grade, so this will be our first year in middle school. She's gearing up for that. I'm all excited they wear uniforms. I'm very excited about uniforms. But today's our last day of summer, so after we finish this, we're going to go bowling as a family. We found a place nearby our house that has kids bowl free, including the rentals for shoes, till 5 o'clock today. And it starts at 11, so we're not missing anything by still doing by me doing the live stream. That works out well. I will not be bowling with them. I'll be sitting and watching today, but I get to go out and do something fun as a family. Okay, Botanicum is on Amazon. 26 for the book, 17. Wow, that's a lot. Ouch. Yeah, considering, you know, I even pre-ordered this back when it was in pre-order. I waited for it to come in. And yeah, still didn't pay all that much for it. But that's expensive. And that's just the standard grade, that's not the artist grade, too? Because I know this one comes in an artist grade, and if I'd known, like, paid attention, I probably would have ordered the artist pages. Just because I like being able to use a lot of different media when I can. I'm not worrying about bleed through, and I have a set of Mondeluzes that go along with this color pencil, and I enjoy combining the two, working with watercolor and color pencil together to really create deep vivid color. Okay, now to go to the Mountain Blue. I have the whole thing, yes, the whole thing. I'm going to scoot over just a little bit like that so you guys can see a little bit. There we go. Almost done. Now to blend. Smoothed and blended. So we've got the stems put in, and that's where I'm going to stop for today, because I wanted to start on these flowers next week, and I wanted them to be the first thing that went in on this. So that is where we get to call it for today. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I have enjoyed getting to hang out with you guys this morning. Is that a joint? No, that's the Koh-i-noor polycolor. real quick. I'll set it right there so you can see it. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. There we are. Now you can see it really well. Because that does help out here, as well as if you want to be notified of when new videos come out, please be sure to hit that bell notification, and do that for anybody who you want to follow on YouTube and to stay on top of it, because that helps you stay in the loop. That is all. Remember that art happens in everyday life. Make sure you're watching for it. Bye. Have a great day too.